What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right. Return of the Crusher, Kovalev. Kovalev beats Alvarez to regain the WBO title. And, man, it was an interesting fight, man. I wasn't quite sure what to make of it, so I took a little while to make this video, but I think I got my head around it now. And, you know, it's not going to be a lot of people wanting to give Kovalev a lot of credit for this win, because it really did look like Alvarez just kind of walked to him, was looking for one shot the whole fight, and Kovalev just jabbed him up, man. But I got to tell you, man, if you think that, that's your thought process on it, I can respect that, but I see it a little differently. Even though, man, I got to tell you, man, I am not a Kovalev fan at all, not remotely. I will say, man, that the dude came out and he looked like the old Kovalev, man. And I think that Buddy McGirt did him a lot of good in that fight. And also, but I'm also going to talk about the other fighter coming up, man, who looked really, really good last night. Teofimo Lopez, and of course there was Richard Comey was in that fight as well. So I'm going to talk about those. Before I do, though, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, I hope you accept my invitation to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos and when we do the live streams. Usually Monday through Friday, right around 10:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, man. So Kovalev, I can't talk about Kovalev without telling you that I think this dude is a jerk. I thought he's a jerk for a very long time. Obviously, you know, his history with making fun of black people. I don't like it. I never liked him. I don't like him now. And one of the happiest moments I ever had as a boxing fan was watching him get slumped over on a rope by Andre Ward. Now, that said, I didn't make a prediction video for this fight because I had a feeling that Kovalev was going to be able to pull this off, man, from the last fight. I wasn't the biggest believer in Alvarez, and, you know, I didn't really know what to make of the fight because of the fact that Kovalev was knocked out before. And the only reason that I would say was knocked out by Alvarez in the last fight, he's been knocked out twice in his career. But the only real reason why I would say that I was picking Alvarez is because of the last fight. Other than that, it was really hard for me to envision him beating Kovalev, man, because Kovalev is a good boxer, man. He's very, very heavy-handed, and you could tell through that fight that when he was throwing his jab, that his jab was, even though he was landing a lot of them in the beginning on the gloves, that Alvarez was feeling him, you know? And there's a reason why Alvarez really was looking for one shot and was going through periods of time of being lethargic and not doing anything. It's because that power that Kovalev has, that power that Kovalev has is real. And he's got decent hand speed, and there's some things, though, that I saw from Kovalev that made me think that Kovalev is on his way back. Now, I'm not going to say he's all the way back. I'm not going to say I know for sure that he can beat the other champions at 175 pounds. I definitely do not believe that he can fight, that he can beat these guys at cruiserweight. But, you know, the like Bivol, the other Hunter, Bivol, Beterbiev, or Beterbiev, and Marcus Brown, I think those are the other champion. Oh no, Marcus Brown might not even have a belt at 175 pounds. But you know, those guys, you know, have a little bit more to offer. But you know, power is something in boxing, man. Power is something in boxing. And the way that Kovalev listened to Buddy McGirt, I thought that was a positive sign for Kovalev's fans, right? And like I say, and not a positive thing for me because I don't like Kovalev. I'm never going to like Kovalev. It's just the guy has just done too much, man. He said too much. But hey, look, you know, you got to call it like you see it. And that guy can fight, man. That guy is dangerous for anybody that gets in the ring with him because his short, straight punches like Andre Ward was saying in the telecast, are, man, they bust you up, man. And he was busting Alvarez up. He also showed a good bit of a chin, man, because he got hit by Alvarez with that right hand several times, man. He got hit. He took really serious. He took some heavy shots, man, and he didn't go anywhere. So, hey, congratulations, Kovalev, you're back. I wasn't going to do any, I've still not done a video about all that stuff related to him and his issue, and his legal issues right now. I don't know, man. Something about that just seems real funny to me. And, we'll see, man. When people file civil suits at the same time there's a criminal investigation going on, it makes me think, all right, well, she's already suing for money. I don't know, man. We'll just have to see how that plays out, man. But, Kovalev's back, man. He's got his belt back. The dude keeps getting shots at the title no matter what he does. And it looks like it's going to be that way for the foreseeable future, unless, again, he winds up in jail or something. Now, on to the Richard Comey was the other cat, man. Richard Comey, I think he hurt his hand, man, but Richard Comey looked good, man, for why that fight lasted. The funniest thing about that fight, though, was Andre Ward's reaction to them not stopping that fight in the first round. Andre Ward, man. Andre Ward looked like he wanted to punch the cameraman. I was like, God dog, Andre, is it that serious? I know. I mean, yeah, they could have stopped the fight. The guy was out on his feet, man. You could have stopped it in the first round, but Andre Ward looked like he was legitimately angry over the fact that cat took more punishment than he had to take. And he said, now Max Kellerman though says something stupid. Max Kellerman said, it wasn't like this is the heavyweight championship of the world. You got, you were knocked out with your eyes closed, but if you get up, you got a chance to win the fight, so you let the ref lets that go. My thought was, no, man, if the fight needs to be stopped, you need to stop the fight. The reason why you stop a fight and you don't let the guy continue to get hit is so that he doesn't cause himself significant damage. And when Max Kellerman said that, it was almost like he valued the outcome of the fight more than he valued the health of the guy that had just gotten concussed, right? Because that's what Andre Ward was talking about, guys taking concussions. But, it is what it is, man. Now, obviously the most talented fight, the guy that I like the most in that weight division, young guy, man, Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, man, that guy can fight, man. I think he takes a couple too many shots. I mean, like, that guy was fighting him. He's a southpaw. He was fighting a southpaw, so that might have been it. But he was found with a couple straight shots. But Teofimo Lopez got those really short, crisp punches that are powerful, man. And he's got a lot of power at 135 pounds. I doubt very much that this Lomachenko fight with him is going to happen because I don't see, number one, I just don't see him being in that weight class that long, man. He's clearly a 140-pounder, 147-pounder. His stature doesn't seem to be the tallest, but, for when he gets up to 100, 147 pounds, but, man, he's got very, very, very fast hands. He's very strong. I think he might be the best of the bunch when you talk about those young guys, man, including Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson. Hey, those guys, man, he might be, of the guys that are going to wind up being at 140, 147 all around the same time, man. He might be the best of the bunch, man. And me, man, I ain't the quickest to be, I ain't in love with top ranked fighters, dude, but I like this cat. The only problem that I see with Teofimo Lopez is Teofimo Lopez. He's a young guy, so he, of course, he's got maturing to do. But he does some of the same things that Gervonta Davis does, man. When you knock somebody out and really hurt them, I'm not big at standing over them, gloating, jumping up, doing motorcycle revs, crap like that, man. You just seriously hurt the dude, man. A guy doesn't go out like that with his leg or arm all straight and, twitching without being seriously hurt. So, that's just the one takeaway for Teofimo Lopez. I wish that he can change. But again, I understand that he's trying to sell himself. He's trying to be exciting. He's trying to get the crowd hyped up, get them excited to come back and see him again. And that, and that's part of the game, man, but I'm an old man, so that's just how I see it. Anyway, man, good night of fights, man. Congratulations to Teofimo Lopez and Richard Comey. Richard Comey also might have hurt himself, so that kind of sucks. But I have to look at the fight. I have to see more Richard Comey. It wasn't enough in that fight to tell me what I think he can do with Lomachenko. More than likely, he's not going to be able to beat Lomachenko, but that's just, not really looking at it or, thinking about it too hard. Just, Lomachenko's an excellent fighter. And Richard Comey might be a tougher fight for Lomachenko than we think. But, as we get closer to that, we'll see what's up. Anyway, man, with that, I'm out. Peace.